Good afternoon, Mr.Abit Alelang.
Good afternoon.
Um, Before we start our interview today, I would like to introduce myself that I am Roni Desi, and my full name is Benira Tronikai Desi, and I am one of a student of the Universitas Terbuka Indonesia, and for now I am in an English task focusing the use of the formal and informal English in class. So one of the school that is chosen is your school. So according to my own survey, that you are one of the best English teacher, which can be with me to have some sharing and information about the use of the formal and the informal English in class. So for the full profile, I will let you to introduce yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much uh, for the chance given to me to introduce myself. My full name is Abit Yosua Alelang, but you can call me Pabit or Alelang. And then I have been teaching English here in SMA Negeri 1 Menugan Tengah for about 21 years.
21
Yeah,
years.
21 years. And then, yeah, I'm an English teacher. So here we are four English teachers. And then I'm not the local people. I'm from Alor.
Wow.
Yeah. I graduated from the Nusa Cendana University in Kupang in 2004. I think that's all.
Thank you so much for the profile, and also I am grateful for your chance and having me here in your opportunity. I know that you are very busy person and very professional, that now you have to be in class, but you give me this chance to have this interview. Um, First of all, I'm going to give you some questions about the use. Once again, I say that we are focusing the use of the formal and informal English in your class. You say that you teach in the higher class.
Yeah.
Would you like to give me information about how many students of you that have been using the English in the class?
They become less years by years. Yeah.
Become less.
Less years by years. I mean that when I started teaching here at about in about 2004, there are so many students who fluent in speaking English, but year by year become less. Only a few of them, and then now maybe one or two who can speak English in the classroom, and then also in informal situation like outdoor classroom. Um, they are not brave enough, to speak with us as teacher. That's what I face today.
As you say that you can see less.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Less.
progress is like decreasing
Yeah,
from time to time.
time to time. Year
Starting
by
from 2004, the first time you come
Yeah.
in during the school,
Yeah.
and maybe you have some reasons about why it happened.
I think that it is because of there are so many entertainment that try to take over their
Attention.
their I mean their seriousness in studying something,
Okay.
and not only English but almost all the subject in the class. There are some degradations.
Entertainment.
Yeah,
say,
entertainment.
can you give me a little bit more
Yeah,
about
something
that?
make them happy, like games.
Oh,
Yeah,
you mean they're
games.
focused on something
Yeah,
pleasing?
yeah.
Give me
Listen,
that
yeah,
pleasing, and
yeah.
so yeah, let's say that
It
it
takes.
takes them away from seriousness and focus on
Yeah,
subjects.
yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah,
That's what I see
this is so
for
far.
years.
Okay. So it means that the use of the formal and informal English, we can say that we are now far away from the real situation that we hope or we expect that
Yeah, yeah,
your student can reach this attainment.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So even it is less,
Mm.
or let's say that reducing from time to time,
Yeah,
but you don't say that your student don't use English
yeah,
at all.
yeah.
It
Of
means
course,
that
yes.
some,
Yeah,
or let's say that less, or let's say that some students
yeah.
still using
Still
English.
yes.
So let's say in estimation,
Yeah.
in number,
Mm.
we reach under 20% of your class that using English or more.
Mm. It's about 10%.
10%.
Yeah, from 36 or 35 students in a class.
35 or 36.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Mm, well, I think it's a good explanation according to your,
Yeah.
let's say, like observation or your own survey on your classroom. So you have journal, you have, yeah, a monitor on their progress from time to time.
Yeah.
The next question will be, um, do you think that teachers need any support? I mean, like application or any effort
Yeah.
to sustain or to give motivation on their seriousness on English.
Uh, Last year I think I took like that, but for this year I was away all facilities that I usually
You was
use.
away.
Yeah, was away. I yeah save them in my room. I do not bring to my classes anymore. So because I think that facilities sometimes hinder teaching and learning process. It becomes not natural anymore. It is like we make ourselves like robot. So English, is a language. Language is a tool of communication. We have to make uh, the
You
teaching
create
and
your
learning
own.
process communicative.
Yes.
It is, my goal.
Okay.
And then also the goal of teaching and learning a language. Yeah, how we can communicate each other in a very active way, not in a passive way. So I do not use any anything to
Application.
help me in the classroom. I need to speak with my students, and then my students speak with me. Only that.
Yeah. You say that you don't use
Yeah.
tools because of those reasons that
Yeah,
you
yeah.
say.
Yes.
So it means that you have any other effort or strategy in
Yes.
order to still support your student
Yeah.
to have motivation or attention on English to become, I mean, increase their ability of using English.
Yeah, yeah.
So can you share with me about those strategies?
Mm, I always use active strategies. Yeah, I mean that I try to make my students active. Yeah, in speaking, in reading, in writing, and then also in listening. Yeah, the four skills that we have to have when we learn a language. Yeah. So sometimes I force them. Yeah, by giving them a task, a task like dialogue or a text to read, yeah, and then try to give them chance to make their own sentence. Yeah. But the main point is we have to force them. Yeah. Force, yeah, of course, in a polite way.
Okay.
Yeah. Not in a rude way. In a polite way.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, you say the truth, and I think it is one of best way that you're using in order to support your class to have yeah, that is a good goal that we achieve all students can speak English in class or during English class. So my question is if they introduce themselves,
Yeah.
do they introduce in English or not?
They always introduce in English.
In English.
Yeah, but
If in
sometimes
English.
not complete or not perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why we as teacher are there in order to help them, facilitate them to make something better.
If they are using English,
Yeah.
do they use the English in a formal one or in an informal one?
Both of them.
Both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes they use formal English, sometimes they use informal English. Yeah, based on uh, their yeah what they memorize in their mind, and then based on their experience, maybe they just imitate the teacher before, or yeah, when we come into the class and then we give them models and then they just follow. So sometimes they use a formal, sometimes they use informal.
Yeah. As we know that nowadays
Yeah,
medias and social medias
yeah,
is a trend,
yeah,
and all students, or let's say like yeah, in some numbers of students have using these medias.
yeah,
So of course, it is a possibility, and let's say it's like an open way
yeah.
for them to enter the 21st lifestyle. And this lifestyle is also about the use of English.
Yeah.
So how many percent you think, or how much you think that the social media has impacts for students to use English?
I do not make any research about that, but I see that almost all of them use social media, but when they want to communicate something with their friends in the social media, sometimes they use English, but not pure, not all English. They combine it with another language, like Indonesian or maybe their mother tongue.
Okay.
Sometimes they combine it, and then uh, we can find that almost all of them do not care with what they write on their status on social media. Yeah. So sometimes we see that they make a wrong sentence or
They put
not
something error on their status.
not perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Not perfect in writing. Maybe they forget a word, a letter in writing English.
Well, yeah, I think that is realistic.
Yeah,
So, my next question is, as students, they are teenagers,
yeah,
and some are youth. So of course, they have their own lifestyle, and as we can see that this lifestyle remand, or I mean like yeah, lead them into a situation that they need application or gadgets
Yeah.
as a part of lifestyle. So when they are using this gadget lifestyle, do they have, I mean like they have application in order to support their ability in speaking English, for example?
I usually force and then support them, to use online dictionary or native speaker in the application in order to help uh, their ability in English. So sometimes, some of them use it, but some of them do not use it. Depend on their interest, in a subject. Sometimes, in a classroom, only a few of students who interest with English, not all of them. Uh, so there are several students that like, only to follow English class as a formal, in order to fulfill obligation.
Well, I think little by little I now understand that your students still in problem of let's say like interest on English. And you say that using application no longer need. I mean like it's not really supporting. Uh,
I mean that in communication in my class,
On
but
class.
I still give them a chance, or challenge to use it when they do something outside the class, like their homework, or they want to increase their ability personally. They can use. I still support them to use the application. But for me, in the classroom, when I teach them, I need to teach them uh, in a natural way. Because I think that English is a tool of communication. So I put the communication as the first goal for me. I need them to communicate with me, and then I want to communicate with them in English.
Yeah, as we know that English has become something very important in 21st century. So students need it so much. So what do you do as a motivation or suggestion on any recommendation on the students to use English?
Well, it is a big problem, because sometimes we say that English is very important in international communication. They say that there are so many applications now. Although we do not know English, we can use application in order to translate, the English into their own language, or languages. But one point that I usually say to them, that you have to know English because so many knowledge, books, knowledge, written in English. And then and then it is very hard to transfer into the other language, the other languages, because when we transfer, or translate, something into the other languages, of course, there are some big problems with there, like lack of word, or sometimes, the idea, can be different with the 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 source one.
Very well. I think as far as I know that as a degree, have some students from cities and some are from rural area, let's say like villages. So my focus now is or students from rural area.
Rural.
So when they are from rural area, of course they are, let's say, they are far away from internet access,
Yeah,
facilities, and electricity.
yeah.
So what do you do in order to yeah, give them motivation or support on the situation?
Mm, I usually use my own experience. Yeah?
Okay.
I'm also from
Rural
rural
area.
areas, and then when I learn English, yeah, there are so many yeah, problems, lack of books, lack of teachers,
Okay.
yeah, and then English at my area several years ago when I was young. English is something, yeah, new,
Yeah.
something new, yeah. And then only, yeah, yeah, only few people know English,
Yeah.
yeah. For example, in our area, uh, maybe five or not more than 10 people who know English. I mean, who speaks English. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think it's a very good motivation that you
Yeah,
give to such
yeah, yeah.
students.
And then I said to them that uh, although I have so many problems like that, yeah, I can learn and then know English. Yeah. You also can.
So enhance your motivation is the best way
Yeah,
to learn English.
yeah,
As we know that English is one of a very difficult subject to learn.
yeah,
So that's why people sometimes put English and math,
yeah.
physics, and let's say
The same level,
in the same level.
Yeah.
They are part of a very difficult that people and students avoid of.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, uh, do you ever do any effort like having professional or let's say like visitors or any English user from professional one to come and make any performance
Yeah.
regarding class?
Uh, for that, I do not have any chance. Yeah, I want. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Someday it happen.
someday it happens.
But I ever tried. Yeah, to invite foreign people to come here, but I'm not success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was here some days ago. I mean, some years ago,
Yeah.
and I was one of the witness of a school debate
Yeah.
using the English. So I think it was lovely to
Yeah.
very interesting that your students can use English fully
Yeah.
during the debate. So I think it's a big effort for you to prepare and provide everything to reach that
Yeah.
achievement. So I think SMA degree is one of very big. SMA degree have very big potential on it.
Yeah.
So to continue this progress, what do you do?
Uh, Now my duty is in the classroom. Yeah. I do not have any task, yeah, outside the classroom. For example, as something who can make a policy. Yeah. So I just focus on the classroom. Yeah. I just try to enrich them with vocabulary, and then I always, yeah, force them to speak English. That's all. Yeah. For another activities like yeah, be with uh, what outdoor activities like debate. Yeah, I do not have. Yeah, I do not have chance. I don't have. Yeah, I do not have task.
You say task, and
Yeah.
you remind me of something that I need to ask.
Yeah, yeah.
That of course you give task on your students.
Yeah, yeah.
So as we know that nowadays people have the AI
Yeah,
from
yeah.
internet, so all they have to do is to install this application, let's say like ChatGPT or Chichi or any other
Yeah. There
that
are
I
so
don't
many.
mention. But the most important thing is they don't do any hard effort or
Yeah,
any hard work in order to reach um, let's say like best result on their task. So is it possible that your student work from home
yeah.
and then they finish their task using this AI? So is it positive for you?
Very, very possible. And then I think that it is not positive.
Very
Yeah.
possible, but it's not
Yeah,
positive.
not positive because facilities, yeah, sometimes make us weak, and then make us lazy, yeah, to think, to solve something,
Yeah.
to solve the problem, and then to what, yeah, put our seriousness in something. Yeah.
But
That's the facilities takes away from us.
but all is available on your eyes.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
like they come and send the task,
Yeah, yeah.
and yeah,
Yeah,
the worksheet is now completed.
complete. And
Completed,
then
and
maybe they get scores, yeah, 100.
yeah, you can say 100.
Yeah, perfect score.
But it's coming from
Yeah.
wrong sources.
But not from their mind.
Okay. So how do you know that they were using the AI?
Yeah, I'm I'm one of the teacher who loves computer and then love
Okay.
internet. Yeah,
Of course you are.
I always browsing and then I always
You
open.
also have
Yeah,
many
yeah,
references to
yeah,
compare with
yeah,
what they have done with
yeah,
their task.
of course.
So after that comparison, then you find out that your student don't
Yeah.
use their mind, but they use something else,
Yeah,
which make their task to be perfect.
yeah, yeah.
So
I
of
just
course,
read a sentence. For example, I give them to give them a task to make a paragraph, for example, yeah, and then they make a perfect paragraph. Yeah. And then I just read a sentence, the first sentence. I know that it is not their idea, but they just take another's, and then they just put as theirs.
so of course from your during your lessons in class, of course you have evaluation and analysis
Yeah.
on your students.
Yeah.
When you ask something and they give reasons or they answer or give respond on your
Yeah.
questions, then you know how much they can use their ability
Yeah.
on using the English.
Yeah.
So
How they can make a sentence, yeah,
how
in
they
order,
yeah, they start to make a
yeah,
sentence
make a sentence and produce it, yeah,
from their mouth, from
yeah,
their
from
mind.
their mouth.
So in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
But then when they produce task,
Different, very,
Yeah,
very
very
different,
different, and
with,
yeah.
yeah, the fact.
the fact is not like that. So I think it's easy for you
Yeah. So
to
yeah. So
predict.
what they do, questionable.
Yeah.
I always question what they do. Yeah. Dear or not?
Okay. But let's say that if so, if you have this evaluation on your student task,
Yeah, yeah.
they're using the AI, blah blah blah. But then, if you don't use the AI, what do you do as replacement for your students in order to you give them opportunity to learn or to study from many sources or
Yeah.
references?
Yeah.
Let's say like also you may go to internet and collect information from them.
Yeah.
But I think still there will be possibility that your student can still use let's say like copy paste
Yeah.
from the internet.
I say to them that course is not something very important in learning. Yeah. The the
Score is
target,
not
yes,
something very
course is
important.
not important. But what is in your mind, and
It's the
then
most
what you
important.
can do, yeah, and then how you behave, that is very important in your life. Yeah. Not about score. Yeah, score can be manipulated.
Yes.
Yeah. From one, I can write down as 100. But what is in our mind, we cannot manipulate it. Because when I speak to you, you will know that I know or I do not know about what we speak or what our topic.
Okay. I love that you say the most important thing is not the score,
Yeah,
but behavior.
yeah,
So to reach student behavior, good behavior
yeah,
in front of you as teacher and
yeah,
also in their environment.
yeah.
Um, I think I need to say that before I'm here, I also have the same interview with some other teachers, and they have some reasons about their problems and challenges of the effort in order to reach formal English in schools.
Yeah.
But according to them, some says that the problem is like the internet access or the possibility of using many references, and some says that students eager or students motivation is very low.
Very low.
So about your schools, of course you also have problems and challenges.
Yeah.
Can you give me some explanation about that?
My challenge here, is almost the same. Students do not have motivation because they they think that almost everything is easy. Yeah, they think that life is easy, so they do not try to make themselves better, in order to face their future. But almost all of them what mm, make themselves slow down. Yeah, something like everything is not important. As I said before, that English is a tool of communication. Yeah. As long as you understand, and then I understand, what you say to me or what I say to you, it is not a
To
problem.
be communicative.
Yeah, language. Yeah, the goal is to communicate with each other. You understand, I understand. That's all. Yeah.
Can I say that?
No problem. Formal or not formal language that we use, because we teach students to face the world, not to be in the classroom. We we teach students to face the world. The world is almost they can find formal situation, and then they also face informal situation. So we have to teach them both, okay, formal or informal, and then we have to allow them to use both also. Yeah.
Okay. So you give that statement means that yeah, it's possible, it's free for your students
Yeah.
to use the informal or the formal,
Yeah.
depending the situation
Yeah,
or what is needed.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, if you found your student using the informal one, let's say like a slang, and what do you do in order to give them any evaluation or any comparison for the use of that slang,
Yeah, yeah.
or using
Yeah.
the best place for the informal?
No problem. I'll let it.
You let it.
Yeah, let it be. And then, but in spoken way. I mean that when they speak.
In a daily
But
situation.
but in writing form, they have to use form.
In writing.
Writing form. When we speak, or when we communicate, yeah, make a dialogue or make a conversation with each other. The very important thing is, yeah, as I said before, you understand, I understand. That's all.
The most
Yeah.
important thing is
Yeah.
to be communicative.
Yeah. But when you write something, yeah, there are some rules, yeah, that you have to follow when you write something. So you have to use formal language, language or formal English there. Different with when we use language or English orally.
Yeah, very nice. So during your class, of course, they give you question or responding or any commentary on your lesson.
Yeah.
Then, if they use English, I think it's possible, and there will be an open way that you shouldn't use the informal one.
Yeah.
So it's no problem as far as it is wise and polite,
Yeah.
and go direct to the question and the main idea.
Yeah.
Well, I think how do you divide or how to make sure that your student still using this one is the informal one and this one is the formal one?
I do not divide the language like that, yeah, because formal and informal is considered by us. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes, maybe someday, something informal can be formal, and then something formal will back to informal. It can happen. Yeah, someday. We can see that there are so many informal words that now become formal, and then there are some informal words, and formal words become informal. Yeah. Degradation and increasing of I forget
How to say that?
the word, ameliorate and tolerate or forget.
Yeah.
It always happens all the time. Yeah. So we do not have or we do not have powers to
Authorities.
power or authorities to make our student or force our student to not speak like this or not speak like this. Okay. Or you have to speak like this. You have to follow this way or you have to follow that way. We do not have authorities. We cannot force them to do that. We just allow them, but we just facilitate them and then see the use of the language in a polite way.
Yeah, I think you have a very good explanation on many questions that has been given, and I think we are at the last part of our interview. So I'm going to make a conclusion about the result of our interview today. That SMA Negeri 1 amandemennya as something realistic that your student have like decreasing progress on the use of the formal and informal English in class. And you also say that the problem is our students have lack of motivation and also schools are not really supporting. It's not really helpful.
There are so many entertainment.
There are so many. Let's say like
Something
teachers,
places.
which avoid them from seriousness and focus on English. And you also say that you do some efforts in order to support and give them motivation to use English, because nowadays we are at 21st century that English has become something like very important, and also English has become let's say like a global language. So everyone uses English around the world. So when you meet that, you have an open door to communicate each other with somebody from outside. Of course, you need English to communicate. So the use of informal and formal English become very important. And the last one is you have a student's background that some are from cities and some are from rural areas and villages. So of course they have problem of access the references and sources, informations and technology, electricity also. But then you also have some strategy in order to push them and give them motivation to still have big motivation in order to improve their skill in English. And the last one is it's not really important if they use the informal in front of you or in class, as far as it is positive and still use and still focus on the main point or the idea that you are speaking about during class. So I think I want to say thank you so much and I'm grateful for
And
this.
then now,
Okay.
one point that
Oh,
I want to say. Now Indonesian become an international language.
Indonesian
Has become an international language. That's a very big problem for us just now. Because they will their motivation will become less and low and lower and lower. Because why we have to make our mind busy or head busy in order to learn about English? We just learn Indonesian. We come to the other country, they also speak Indonesian. No problem. And that's one day,
one of the reasons why your students still don't have motivation to learn English.
I mean that in the future, from now and so on.
Yeah, I think it's a very good conclusion also because you, of course, you have your own, let's say, like a view on the progress of, or let's say, like the dynamic of the use of language internationally. The last one, would you like to give me any reflection on our interview today about the use of the formal and the informal English during our interview? For me and also for this.
In our dialogue, I think that when we communicate with each other, when we make when you interview me and then when I answer, of course there are almost all we use formal language.
Almost all.
Formal English. Very little, like maybe only 1% we use informal language, informal English, I mean, during our interview. That's my what I see
as reflection on our interview.
As reflection in our interview.
And what do you expect or any hope that you can say during this interview for people outside that seeing this interview in order to motivate them to use the English?
As I said that English is a very important language because there are so many books, knowledge written in English, and then it is until now, no other languages can replace it. Because sometimes they try to transfer into the other language, but the meaning or what the writer wants, to be taken by the readers, do not do not also transfer into the target language. what else? I forget.
Yeah, I think like
Yeah.
motivation.
Oh
to
yeah,
students to use,
motivation. Yeah.
English.
Okay. Yeah. So learning English is still important, but learning here, do not. We cannot what think that just to get scores, but learning a language, especially English, is in order to make us able to communicate with others. So when I say that I have learned English, I have already learned English, it means that I can communicate English orally or spoken. Not because of I get perfect scores, not like that. But learning a language, yeah, can be measured by our ability. I can speak, I can write, I can hear, and then I can read.
Listen.
Yeah, correct.
Wow, it's a very nice and wonderful statement.
And,
That you say that once again you say that the most important thing is not the score.
Yeah.
The score doesn't say anything. It doesn't show anything.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is to have good skill,
ability, skills,
good ability on using the four
skills,
basic skills in English.
Yeah.
So yeah, we are at the last part of our interview today. So I want to say thank you so much for all we have done together, and thank you so much for your time and your attention and your cooperation. Even you have, I know that you have scheduled to go on class, but you prepared to be with me here in this during this interview.